Another question that I sometimes get asked, particularly after several different years of running the blanket club, is how to seam the blanket. And the answer to that is there are many different ways of seaming blankets. And in fact, I've got a few different examples of ones I've used over the years. Some work well, better than others, depending on the end effect that you want. Now, last year when we did our Blanket Club 24, with that I went for a more traditional mattress stitch. So with mattress stitch, you're literally just joining it from the front, and you're going to create it so it looks quite seamless and each edge joins right up next to each other. On the wrong side, you're going to get a little bit of a ridge, so there will be some visibility on the wrong side. But the nice thing is that you probably already know how to do mattress stitch, so you won't have to learn anything new with that. The other example is from the Galway blanket, which was the year before that, and I did something totally new. And the reason it worked for this is because it was all one colour. So for the Galway Blanket Club, all of the squares were in the natural Galway yarn, and we used a crochet edging or a crochet joining to do it together. But it was a little bit different because we had our edges were slipped, so it was quite attractive on the edge, and then we went from the sides in each with a large crochet hook, doing a crochet chain down the sides. And so what that did is it shoved those slip stitch edges up and made them really visible, and it almost looked like an I-cord edging right along each side. That worked because of the fact that the edgings were designed to be that slip stitch, and also you were using the same color yarn. So that's another option if you have the right situation for that. The third thing that you're going to want to think about is, the third idea that we've done was one I did with the Seascair blanket from a Celtic Knits Club several years ago. The Seascair blanket again was in squares and had to be seamed together. But what I did for that, because I wanted a contrast color to make it look like a kind of very obviously square modular quilt, I picked up stitches around all of the edges with a contrast color, and then I did a 3-needle bind off between all of those. It was a bit more work, but it meant that that actual edging really formed a part of the blanket and created this, I think, a beautiful grid as you finished it. So those are 3 possible options that you can use to seam a blanket together.